a limit from Tchilas Tumah. That just like if it was a question if the person touched the sheretz or not, or if the food touched the sheretz or not, if the person touched the sheretz or not, we would say that it's Tamei b'shus hayachid and it's tar b'shus harabim. So too, Seif Tumah, we're going to say, going to the mikveh, we're going to say that it's tar b'shus harabim. Okay, for Rabbanan, what do the Rabbanan do? The Rabbanan say achiyashta. Hasam, over there, by touching a sheretz or not, Gavra b'cheskas tarakai, the person was tahar beforehand, so misveika le'machtin le'latuma. You're not sure if he touched the sheretz or not, so he's not tamei. He has a cheskas tara. Hacha, when it comes to going to the mikveh, Gavra b'cheskas tumakai, the person was tamei. Misveika le'machtin le'mitumasi. We don't take him out of it. We don't learn from Saita at all. All we have is a chazaka, and chazaka would tell me 100% this way, 100% that way. It was in Vilna. They told Reb Chaim Eiser something. There's a shaila about the sheichet. So Chaim Eiser listened, and then he banged on the wall. That's the story. They say he banged on the wall. He says a chazaka is a zoivi avant. He said, if he has a cheskas kashas, you don't. All of these questions, they don't change the chazaka. Chazaka is 100%. It doesn't. All of these, maybe this, maybe that. It's until you know something for sure, you don't really have anything. Very good.
To undo a chazaka.
To undo a chazaka. Okay, that's the Rabbanan over here. That they're very 100%. It's either 100% tar, 100% tummy. Maishnami mavai, the Gemara has a question. What's the difference from a mavai? Mavai is an alleyway. And it doesn't have to be specifically an alleyway. It's an area. The Tanana was taught in the Mishnah. Hasher shenimtza b'mavai. If you have a sheretz is a dead creature that gives off impurity. And you find it in the mavai. Metamil mafrei ad shiyamar bedakti as a mavai azeh. V'lei haya by sheretz ayet shasa kimen. If you had taras in that mavai,
it's not covered. It's not covered.
Is an alleyway?
Yeah, the mavai is an alleyway. Now, you find the sheretz in there, but right before, or a day before, you were using that mavai for taras, and 2 days ago, let's say, you had cleaned it, the mavai, you swept it, you cleaned it. They would have to. If people that kept chulin b'tara would have to be careful. They'd have to sweep and clean and check. So the rule is that everything is tamei lemafreya until it was checked and swept. Until from the time that it was checked and swept, goes back to that time. So what's our question over here? It's a question on Shammai. Shammai says we never go back. Over here we say we are going back. We are machzik tumah lemafreya. Gemara says hasam nami kivin the kashratzim the gufei v'shratzim dasam yalma ketarti l'reis adami. The Gemara says that look, there's shratzim that live in that place that are not dead, but they live in that place, and there's shratzim that come from out of the place that could be brought in by birds or whatever. So we have two possibilities of how the shratzim get here. We compare it to tarti l'reis. So therefore, that's why we go back. Now, when we said we're metamal mafreya, we weren't really metamal mafreya bevadai. We were saying that it's a suffix. So the Ritva asks over here, tarti l'reisa. If you're calling it a tarti l'reisa, then why don't you make it into a vadai? Tarti l'reisa is a vadai. It's a definite tumah. Here you were just saying that you have to suspect that maybe everything's tummy. But if it's a tarti l'reisa double problem, then it should be a vadai. So he says, no, it's just similar. It's not mamash a tartil reisa. Tartil reisa was a very strong. You lose the cheskas over here, and you only have the bad chazaka the other way. So we consider it in that status. Okay.
Tarte is because it depends where they came. No, because of where it came from.
Yeah,
if
isn't that interesting?
Here, if it came across the fence.
Yeah, we do that in other places also. We do. Baby that's found on a doorstep, is baby Jewish or not? It says right people that live there, right people that pass through. That's called Shrei Rubi. This we do that in other places. Okay, our first answer in the Gemara is what's the reason for? We asked what's the reason for Shammai. We said that there's a chazaka that the woman was always tar until now. Iba Yasema, we're going back to that. Another answer. Iba Yasema haina time de Shammai. What's the reason for Shammai? Hayal v'ishma geshes ba'atzma. Now we feel like we're more in Masechtas Nidda. A woman should sense if the blood was coming out. She should have some sort of sensation. Now, she didn't sense it coming out before, so we say it wasn't before. It was right now. The problem is she didn't sense it now either. Right. So the reason why she didn't sense it now is because now she was doing an examination. So while she's doing an examination, it's possible she won't sense it. Why? Like the dentist, he doesn't want you to feel the needle going in, so he wiggles your cheek. So you're overpowered by the other sensation. You don't feel the needle that's going in. So the woman doesn't feel the blood coming out because she's feeling she was doing an examination. So that's why it didn't come before. Because if it would have come before, while she wasn't doing an examination, she would have felt it. The Hillel says that she is metamel mafreya. Why? Hillel says no. She had a sensation, but she had a sensation that she confused with. She needed to use the bathroom, and she wasn't able to sense what it was. Okay, so interesting machlekes. That's why it's metamel mafreya. Well, Shammai Hiki Yeshena. 1 second. Let's say she's asleep, and she just woke up. According to Shammai, she should be tamei back during the time she was sleeping. She wouldn't have sensed it while she's asleep. My answer is Yeshena Nami Agav Tzara Mitera Nidda Daf. No, she would wake up as well if she sensed it, just like she wakes up. If she needs the bathroom, people wake up. You need the bathroom, they wake up. So she would have also woken up if she sensed that the blood was coming. Shaita. Shaita is a person that wouldn't have these sort of sensations. An imbecile, some sort of, he doesn't, she, here. Shaita. She doesn't have these sensations, so it's like Mar says, "Maida Shammai b'shaita." You're right. Shammai would agree that it would be metamel mafreya. We don't have a proof. Hakol anashim ktani. 1 second. You look at the Mishnah. It didn't say that there's some women. It says kol hanashim, all women. So it says kol hanashim pikches. It means all women that aren't a shaita. That's what it's referring to. But listening nashim, so why doesn't it just say nashim? If you're only talking about some, why you have to add the word kol and then tell me it's not kol? It says lafukim id Rabbi Eliezer. We're going to learn later. Damar Rabbi Eliezer. Rabbi Eliezer says on Daf Zayin Arba Nashim that there's only 4 women that it's dayan shaitan, and we'll see misalekas dama, women that normally would not. Someone mentions this yesterday. Women that you mentioned, women that would normally not be seeing blood, they're dayan shaitan, but other women are metamel mafreya. So we're saying lafukim id Rabbi Eliezer. We're excluding Rabbi Eliezer. That's what we say kol, all women. But we don't mean mamish all women. We're just saying more than Rabbi Eliezer said. Okay. Kamash Milan kol anashim. The Gemara asks a very interesting question. For Ikak we have a whole chapter about stains, that a woman could become tummy if she finds a stain. And a stain means that there was no sensation. Shammai says that we don't attribute any blood to the woman if she didn't feel it. So lema tanan ksamen like Shammai. It must mean that Shammai doesn't hold of all the rules of ksamen. You would say, so fine, it's machlekes. So Amar Abaya says, Maida Shammai b'ksamim. No, Shammai does hold of a kesem. Kesem is a stain. He does hold of it. My timer. B'tzipa leinas aska b'shuk shel tabacham layavra. Haidam mehechasi. No, over there we don't know where the blood was from. She finds a stain on her clothing. Where's it from? She was not in the chicken market where they were shechting. Today it would mean she wasn't using makeup or something that would cause something to become red, or beet juice, or something. She wasn't dealing with anything in the kitchen that would have turned her clothing red. So where did it come from? It must be it came from her. Fine. So Shammai does hold of ksamim. So why over here not? Well, here it happens to be. We know the blood is from her. when did it come? We say now. We say it came right now, but not earlier. If we have no way of what to attribute the blood to, we're going to say it's from her. We'll say that it came from other things if that's a possibility. If we don't have anything else to blame it on, we'll say it came from her. But when did it come? We have to find the time that it came without a sense that there would have been a sensation and she wouldn't have noticed it. Okay, 2 answers for why Shammai doesn't go back. First one was chazakash, that she was tar. The second was she would have felt it. New answer. The reason for Shammai is if there was blood, it would have just come right out. What are you telling me? The blood was hanging around inside her body. It exited the uterus and it's just hanging out there. If it was earlier, it would have come out. The Hillel, what does Hillel say? No, that area, the walls of that area held it inside. It was contained inside, even though she's tummy already, but it was contained. Shammai holds that the walls of that area don't hold the blood.
Someone's bleeding in his mouth. It's not treif until it comes out.
Oh yeah.
So why is this tummy until it comes out? I understand, but you're going to say that it could have been.
No.
Who knows?
I'll tell you why.
No, one's too much.
I'll tell you why.
I
I'll tell you why.
understand,
I'll
but
tell
I'm
you why.
You forgot he was
No, he's right.
Yeah. All right.
I'll tell you why. The Gemara says, Isha ki sazav dama bibisara. Bibisara, the Gemara tells me several things, but one of them is that she's tummy already from inside. Bibisara, we learned it from a pasuk.
You don't know that it's inside.
You don't know that it's inside.
So he decided it's inside.
So Hillel is being
decided
machmer
that it's inside.
that it was there before.
Could be.
So
But
he has
making the
suffered.
tummy on a could be.
So he's
Not only making her tummy, but we're making everything that she touched possibly tummy as well. Could be. We don't know that it was because she didn't feel it.
when you're saying it could be, is that the word suffix?
Yeah.
So you're saying because of the suffix, you're making a vada. I mean,
No.
make it stronger.
No. It could be it was there before, and therefore that could be spreads out to all the. Everything is a suffix. All of this is all a suffix. By the mikveh was a badai. By the woman, it's all, according to Hillel, it's a suffix. According to Shammai, it's badai tahar. According to Hillel, it's a suffix tamid. So what about the next case? Mishameshes b'maich. It's possible there's cases where it's dangerous for a woman to be pregnant, and she uses maich as a cloth that goes inside of her. Now, when does it go in? Before, or does it go in after the relations, and then it's used to take out? That's the discussion. Tosfos Arash discusses that. But what about mishameshes b'maich? Over there, the blood would be definitely held inside. The Gmayik Lameimar, Amar Abaya Maida Shammai b'mishameshes b'maich. Shammai's Maida over there. Over there, you would agree that could be the blood was there earlier. Rav Amar Maich Nami Agav Zeya Michvitz Kavitz. Rav says no. The sweat would have crinkled it up, and the blood could have still come out. And Shammai is not Maida by a regular maich. Maich is the cloth that would have gone inside. Maida Rav Maich Dach. Rava would agree that a maich dachik, if it's pushed in tight, where there is no area for it to have come out, so you would agree that it would be metamal mafreya. Ma'ika ben hani lishni lahaich lishni. The Gemara asks, what's the difference between the first answer, where we said it was a chazaka, to these 2 answers of has to do with the anatomy. She'll feel it, or kaisli beisarechem, does it hold the blood or not? So the truth is that the Gemara already answered all of this, because the Gemara said, well, a shaita doesn't feel it, but the chazaka she still has. The Gemara also said, meshameshes b'maich. That only answers if the kaisli beisarechem would hold the blood. But the chazaka, it's not going to change. The Gemara sort of answered this already. But anyway, the Gemara says, it could be nai lemir mechavas hamikvah umavi. According to the chazaka issue, the first answer, we have all these questions because now we can compare it to. This is the answer. Now we can compare it to chavis and mikvah and mavoi, to the barrel the mikveh and to the alleyway that had the sheretz, because we're dealing just with the chazaka assumption of tumah. Do we assume that the tumah goes backwards so we can compare? It's nothing to do with the woman's anatomy. Now, but according to these last answers, it has to do with her anatomy. Does she sense when it's coming, or does the walls of the womb hold it, or whatever? Lahaich lishna, according to the lishna, to the chazaka version, ikala mirminu, you could ask the question lahani lishni, but according to the last two answers of hargasha, she feels it, and kaisle besarechem, the walls hold it. Lekal mir, we can't ask. What's the difference, the Gemara asks, between hargasha? Hargasha means sensation. Does she feel that the blood when it's coming? To the answer of that the walls of the womb would hold it in. It's not the womb; it's the outer area. La baya ikamaych, la rava ikamaych dachak. There is a difference. If there was a maich or a maich dachak in there, according to either Abaya or Rava, if the walls would contain the blood for longer, then if the whole issue was that the blood would fall out, then in those cases the blood won't fall out, and Abaya and Shammai would be made that it's metam l'mafreya. Tanya ki hai lishna. It gets a drop easier for about half a page, so relax a little bit. We have a brisa that goes like the answer of the imisa davida mikara aviasi. We have a brisa that sort of supports that. You see, it has a support. Supports the answer that if the blood was earlier, it would have come earlier. She would have seen it earlier. Amalai Hillel, we have in the Brisas, sometimes we have more conversations than the Mishnah. The Mishnah was edited more heavily than the Brisas. And so the Brisas will still have more discussion. So Hillel says to Shammai, do you not agree regarding a box that was used for pure food? Grain, let's say. You kept it grain in a box. Bezavizu. And the grain was in one corner. In one corner of
the box.
I'm being vague because the Gemara over here is going to discuss if the box is in the corner of the house. Let's start off with the corner of the box. Very good.
What does Zavis mean?
Zavis means a corner.
So it's outside the box?
No, it's actually in the box.
It's in the box.
In the box, in the inside corner. Keren Zavis is the outside of the corner. It would be outside. Here's a corner, it's on the outside. Like that Gemara where he didn't see it, remember? It was why? Because it was the Keren Zavis was on the outside of the corner. So he's walking this way, he doesn't see it over there when he makes the turn. Just a plain Zavis is inside, in the inside. Or if it would just be a Zavis, what do you mean you didn't see it? There's no turn. Right? So, and you find the sheretz in the other corner of the box. Let's say of the box. That we say that what you kept in that box is tameh. In other words, originally you checked the box probably before you put the taris in it. Then you used taris, you took it out. You look back in the box and you see that there's a sheretz there. So did it just fall in now, or was it there the whole time? You want to pause? I'm just afraid that I'm afraid he's in the airport. Let's see what I can do.